Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about a tool that can seriously save you hours of boring, repetitive work and basically turn you into a command line superhero. We are talking about Bash scripting. So, what exactly is it?
Well, first, let's talk about a problem that I'm pretty sure we all know. You know that feeling of digital déjà vu, where you find yourself typing the same things, clicking the same buttons, and running the same processes every single day? It's what I like to call the repetitive task trap.
I mean, really, aren't you? That feeling when you're typing out that same sequence of commands to check a server or back up a file or restart a service for the 10th time today? It's not just tedious, it's a total waste of your brain power.
And just think about how common these tasks are. You might have a system administrator who has to manually check disk space on like 20 different servers every morning, or a developer who's restarting their local web service a dozen times a day. Each one of those is just a little thing, but they add up, and that becomes the manual grind.
But what if you could just escape that grind? What if you could teach your computer how to do those chores for you, perfectly, every single time? Well, guess what? You can. And that brings us to the elegant solution: automating everything with a script.
You know, it's that classic difference between working harder and working smarter. Instead of trying to push a giant boulder up a hill by yourself every day, you just build a simple machine to do it for you. That is the big idea we're talking about here.
And that brings us right to the heart of it. Bash scripting is just writing down a list of commands you'd normally type into your terminal, saving them in a plain old text file, and then telling the computer, hey, run this file. The computer then just goes through and executes those commands, one after the other, all on its own.
And this quote just nails it. It's really that simple. Write it once, and then run it forever. This is the whole don't repeat yourself idea, but for your command line. It's about investing just a few minutes right now to save yourself countless hours later on.
And when you look at it side by side, the difference is just wow. On the left, you've got the manual way, typing one command at a time, where one little typo can mess everything up and you have to start over. It's slow, it's fragile. But on the right, you've got the script. You write the commands perfectly once, and then you can run it anytime flawlessly. It's fast, it's reliable, and it's so much more efficient.
Okay, so we get why we'd want to use it, but what is it really? To get a handle on Bash scripting, we just need to look at its two basic parts, the Bash part and the script part. First up is Bash. The easiest way to think of Bash is that it's the language your command line speaks. It's a program, a command line shell, that you'll find on basically every Linux and Unix system out there. And yeah, that includes macOS. It's the program that understands all those commands you know, like ls to list files or cp to copy them.
So if Bash is the language, then the script is the letter you write in that language. And it's nothing fancy. It's just a simple text file. Inside that file, you just write down the Bash command you want it to run. And we usually save it with a .sh extension, like backup.sh, which is just a little hint to everyone that, hey, this is a shell script.
Okay, enough theory. The absolute best way to understand this is to just see it work. So let's go from this simple idea to the superpowered reality by actually making our first, very basic script.
And I promise, this is way easier than you probably think. We're going to make our first Hello World script. You ready?
So it's just these three simple steps. First, we create a file called hello.sh, and inside, we just write one command, echo hello world. Second, we have to make the file executable. That shad twamod plus x command just tells the system, hey, this isn't just a text file, it's a program you can actually run. And third, we run it. That's literally it.
And boom, just like that, the text hello world pops up on your screen. You didn't type the command to print it. You ran a script that contained the command. This right here is the aha moment. You've just automated your first task.
So why is this tiny example such a big deal? Because that exact same principle scales up to do some incredibly powerful stuff in the real world. You can use this to manage whole groups of servers, checking on 100 machines with just one command. You can build entire deployment pipelines in DevOps, schedule jobs to run automatically in the middle of the night, or even monitor the health of your entire system.
And here's the best part. A script isn't just a dumb list of commands. You can build real logic into it. Give it a brain. You can use variables to hold onto information. You can use simple if-else statements to make decisions like, if a server is offline, then send me an alert. You can add loops. You can ask for user input. This is what turns a simple list of chores into a powerful program.
Okay, let's wrap this up. What's the big takeaway from all this?
In a nutshell, Bash scripting is your superpower for automation.
It's the simple act of writing Linux commands into a file that the bash shell can run for you. But these aren't just simple lists. With logic like conditions and loops, they become really powerful tools. Bottom line, for anyone working with Linux, managing servers, or doing DevOps, this is an absolutely essential skill that saves a ton of time and stops you from making silly mistakes.
And that brings me to my final thought for you. Now that you know what's possible, just think about your own daily routine for a second. What's that one boring, repetitive digital chore that you have to do all the time? Because there's a really good chance you could write a simple script to do it for you. So, what would you automate first?